Hi everybody, I'm Rachel, the 15-minute lesson planner, and welcome to my channel. Hit subscribe below if you haven't already, and visit the website 15minutelessonplanner.com and set the lesson plans to download so you can print them and have them for your file. So this week is week 5, all about autumn, and we are going to focus on the season change this week. It's a nice break from everything that we've been doing. It's full of art and fun and lots of focus on colour and sensory activities. The first lesson we're going to do this week are leaf windows. You can see the example here behind me, and here's how it's done. Okay, so you can make these leaf windows any size. Just doing a small size, for example. Just get some cardboard and make a frame, make it easier to hold for the kids. We're going to trim it afterwards, so don't worry about that. If your children need help with this, it might be a good idea to make the frame for them and just get them to stick the leaves down. Now, so that'll be fine, and then just get them to go crazy and stick down a few leaves. Got some seeds as well. Makes it look really pretty. They normally go a bit mad and try and see how many they can stick down, and it makes it a bit bulky, but sure, it's their art, they can do what they want. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to fit on this one. So then get a second piece of contact paper, and you want to seal it. So you can do this for the kids if they need help. So get them to press down as hard as they can. They can stand on it, jump on it, use a rolling pin, whatever they want. And then we will just make a little design around the frame here. And we are done. So it's super quick and easy. They look really pretty. You can hang them from the roof, or you can hang them at the window. You can send them home with the kids, whatever you like. There we go. Super pretty, easy to do autumn window. Next up this week we have sorting baskets, which is a really fun activity, getting the children to bring in any autumn things they find at home, in the garden, on their walks, get them to bring it in and put it in the baskets. So have 3 or 4 baskets, label them with the word and the picture, and such as like pine cones, acorns, horse chestnuts, or just lovely autumn leaves. Have them in the classroom, sort them out, and you can use them for lots of different activities. Just a PSA actually, collecting pine cones around now is great for Christmas crafts, so if you get any, keep them up and we will use them later on. The next activity I have for you are apple plate shakers. So really nice music activity. You can send them home or keep them in the classroom, and here's how it's done. For our apple shakers, I have 2 small paper plates that I've painted red, and then I just put them together, cut out a little rivet at the top. We are going to turn one over, stick some rice in the middle. I'm just going to pour from the bottle, but whatever way your kids do their glue is fine. Pouring or spreading with sticks. I have cut out a little stalk and leaf, because why not? Make it super cute. I'm going to stick this one down and make sure your kids have painted on the outside of the plates, and we'll stick that down, and then when it's dry we'll have a really cute apple shaker. In the practical life area or home corner area this week, you can have corn on the cob dissecting. So depending on how ripe the corn is, you might need to boil it first, leave it on the shelf with some plastic tweezers, metal if you're brave, but plastic works just fine, and get the children to dissect the corn. It's a really fun game. One cob tends to last quite a while unless someone's really into it, and it's just really fun, great for the fine motor movements, great for the pencil grip. Everything gets worked out in the hands for this one. Apple tree counting is our math activity for this week, so we are going to just cut out the shape of apples. You can either do this with the numbers 0 to 10, or if you have a number of the week, you can focus on that depending on what your children are into. So you can have it on the wall or on the shelf, lay out the apple trees, and then place the number of corresponding apples on the trees. So you can leave this up for the whole month, it doesn't have to be just this week. It's a little bit more work than I usually put into activities, but it's pretty and the kids love it. So behind me you can see my lovely sponge painting, my handprint tree. I'm on maternity leave at the moment, so I didn't have a kid's example to show you, so here's an example of me doing it. So for the sponge painting tree, get the kid to paint their arm and hand brown. I only keep primary colours in the classroom. The best brown is equal parts blue, red and yellow. Took me ages to figure that out. It always came out kind of purple, but now it's right. And then we've got a little bit of green, some red, orange and yellow, and we will just get them to hold their hand down and sponge paint all around, just really randomly, all over the page, all over their hand. This is super fun. So this is best done in pairs, so if you can, get the children to do this to each other. It kind of helps them bond, and it's really funny and it tickles, so everyone gets a good laugh out of it. And just make sure you have your basins ready to clean up afterwards, because otherwise the classroom will be a mess. And there it is, really simple but very cute, and the kids can do the entire thing themselves. So I have a really nice activity for a big group this week. It can also be done one-on-one and left on the shelf, but it's really fun for a big group if you have a lot of produce. So we're going to be talking about the farmers, the harvest and seasonal produce, and we're going to be playing a weighing game. So the children can pick up the produce, see which they think is heaviest, lightest, introducing that terminology. You can introduce grams, ounces, whatever you're using on your weighing scales, and get the children to guess and weigh. And if your children are there, they may or may not be, you can get them to record those weights, or you can get them to line them up in order from heaviest to lightest. There's lots of ways you can do this. You can differentiate it 100 ways, but it's really, really fun, and it will get them talking about the time of year and about the hard work that the farmers do. A nice relaxing activity this week is a Play-Doh hedgehog. So you can make your Play-Doh mix brown, or you can use clay and then paint it brown. If you use clay, you can air dry. If you use Play-Doh, really low heat in the oven and bake it will dry this out. So shape it into a ball, stick in matchsticks and paint the whole thing brown. It's really, really cute, really, really simple, and they love doing it. Parts of the leaf is my science activity for this week. I will link my favourite printouts for this below if you haven't got ones that you've made already. Okay, so the 10th free activity I have for you this week is leaf printing. So paint the back of the leaf, place it on the paper, press it down. When you lift the leaf back up, you'll be able to see the anatomy of the leaf. If your children are there, it's a really nice pairing with the parts of the leaf activity on your shelf. Or you can just make it really beautiful. So lots of autumn colours, press it down, lift it up and hang it on the wall. You can also do this with pencils and shading. It's a bit more difficult, but it's also really fun. If your kid is there, absolutely go for it. Okay guys, that's our 10 free lesson plans for this week. Don't forget to print them for your file, and don't forget to hit subscribe. You can catch weeks 1 to 4. I will link them below if you haven't seen them already, and I will see you again next Thursday for a really, really fun week. Bye.